First grade. So today we're going to start a project called Day of the Dead. And the Day of the Dead is a holiday that is celebrated in Mexico. It's a fantastic holiday because it is a time when you celebrate those who have passed away. And it's not meant to be scary, but they use skeletons and skulls and bright colors. And they try to make them very colorful so they're not as scary. So that's kind of what we are going to do when we do this project. Here's an example. So to get started, there are several different size skulls that I'm giving all of you on your table, and you are going to need to trace them on your paper. I would trace in a pencil just because it's easier, and you can share them and they can go any way you want. The top part of the skull obviously is the top. I'm going to use a white craypas to trace mine so that you can see it. So once I have those traced, you're going to want to draw your eyes. And your eyes aren't up at the top of your head. The eyes are actually in the middle. So I'm going to make 2 circles in the middle of my head. And then the next thing I want to do is I want to color it white. And you want to do a really good job coloring white so there's no black showing. This is not a good coloring. You want to color it so there's no black paper showing because skulls are white. And I went ahead and colored over where I wanted my mouths, everything but my eyes, and I want to leave my eyes black. So we're going to color. Sometimes it's hard. You might have to dig around in your box of craypas to find a white. And I have just done this long enough that it's easier for me to color quickly. So once that is done, like I said, the Day of the Dead skulls are meant to be really colorful. So then I want to go back with some other colors to decorate. And before you get started, we'll Google some Day of the Dead skulls so you can kind of see some examples of what I'm talking about how bright and colorful they are. And we're going to keep the mouth, because really, all you see on skulls are the teeth. So I just drew those with black lines. So any kind of design, a lot of times you'll see flowers. Some colors do show up a little bit better than others. A lot of times you'll see they like to use like a fire design. When you're all done and your skulls have been colored, the last thing you're going to do is divide your background up. So I'm just making some different shapes. And then in each shape, I'm going to color. And again, just like when I was coloring my skull, I want to do a really good job of coloring so you can't see the background. But since we're using craypas, my favorite thing to do with craypas is use 2 colors. Oh my gosh, look at how that purple kind of pops up when I blend some pink with it. So you want to use 2 colors in every space that you are coloring. And any combination is great. I'm going to do blue on this one. This is a great blue. It really shows up. But you can use any colors that you want. I tend to think if you use a lighter color as your second color, you can see that it really pops. And again, this isn't a messy project. You got to get in there and really color so you can't see any of that black background. For my second color here, doesn't pop quite as much, but it does blend them together. So that is what you're going to do. Don't worry if you don't get it finished in one class time. We can use 2.